Title: The Forgotten Quest. Scene 1: The New Beginning. The Carter family, James, Emma, Max 15, and Lily 12, finally arrives at their new home, a sprawling Victorian house in the quiet town of Windermere. After years of saving, they've purchased the old estate at a bargain price due to its mysterious history. Its creaking wooden floors and towering gables seem taken from a storybook. While unloading boxes, James jokes about the house being haunted. Lily, ever curious, explores every room while Max sulks about moving away from his friends. Emma, the practical one, focuses on organizing the kitchen. The basement door catches Lily's eye, but when she tugs on the rusted knob, it won't budge. Something about the door feels off. That night, the family gathers around the fireplace. As the wind howls outside, James tells stories of old legends. None of them suspect how close they are to becoming legends themselves. Scene 2: The Hidden Door. The next morning, Lily convinces Max to help her investigate the basement door. After some searching, they find an old toolbox. Max attempts to pick the lock but fails. Frustrated, he kicks the door, stirring up dust. Later, while exploring the attic for storage space, James stumbles upon an old chest filled with trinkets. Among them is a strange iron key wrapped in a silk cloth. He tucks it into his pocket, figuring it might belong to the basement door. That evening, the family gathers in the basement. With a satisfying click, the old key turns in the lock, and the door creaks open, revealing a staircase leading downward into the dark. A strange smell of old parchment and herbs drifts up, as if inviting them in. Scene 3: The Ancient Book. At the bottom of the steps lies a cavernous stone room, seemingly carved from the earth itself. Shelves lined with ancient artifacts and bottles of strange liquids surround them. At the center stands a pedestal holding a massive leather-bound book, engraved with glowing runes. Emma warns the kids not to touch anything, but Lily is too fascinated to resist. She traces her fingers across the book's cover, causing the runes to flare brighter. "It's like it's alive," she whispers. James suggests they leave, but before they can move, Max, driven by curiosity, opens the book. Blinding light erupts, swirling like a vortex. The wind howls as if the universe itself is being torn apart. The room vanishes, leaving only echoes of their startled screams. Scene 4: Welcome to Eldoria. The Carters awaken on soft moss under the light of twin moons. Towering trees with glowing leaves sway in an enchanted breeze. Mystical creatures gather, whispering in awe. The family stares in disbelief as a band of armored elves and beast-like warriors approach, wielding gleaming weapons. "You are the chosen ones," declares a regal elf with silver hair. The prophecy has come true. Despite their protests, the Carters are led to a majestic castle shimmering with magic. Inside, King Arvin awaits, seated on a crystalline throne. His voice booms as he recites an ancient prophecy: "For from beyond shall mend the shattered world, or doom will fall." Terrified and confused, the Carters realize that leaving this world might not be as easy as opening another book. Scene 5: The prophecy unfolds. In a grand hall lit by enchanted torches, the oracle, an ancient seer wrapped in shimmering robes, explains the prophecy. Eldoria has been plunged into chaos by the dark sorcerer Malgor, who seeks to conquer the realm using dark magic. James argues they're just an ordinary family, not warriors or heroes. The oracle smiles knowingly. Greatness is not born, it is forged. King Arvin gifts them enchanted items. Max receives a flame-forged sword, Lily an amulet of nature's power, Emma a staff of protection, and James a magical compass that points toward destiny. Though reluctant, the family understands that fulfilling the prophecy may be the only way home. With heavy hearts, they accept the mission. Scene 6: The quest begins. The next day, the Carters set off with a group of Eldorian warriors, including Alara, a fierce elven archer, and Thorn, a loyal beastman warrior. Their first task: retrieve the crystal of light from the enchanted forest. The journey is fraught with danger. Strange howls echo through the trees, and ominous shadows follow them. Max tries to act tough, but even he feels the weight of responsibility pressing down. Emma reminds them to stick together. "Whatever happens," she says firmly, "we face it as a family." As the forest looms ahead, glowing faintly in the moonlight, the family tightens their grips on their newfound weapons and steps into the unknown. Scene 7: The Shadow Attack. The enchanted forest is both beautiful and foreboding. Its glowing flowers pulse with magical light, while the ancient trees seem to watch their every move. Lily feels drawn to the shimmering plants, sensing their magic respond to her amulet. Suddenly, the forest falls silent. Not even the wind stirs. Max draws his flame-forged sword as shadows slither through the underbrush. Before they can react, twisted, wolf-like creatures with glowing red eyes lunge from the darkness. The battle is chaotic. James uses the magical compass to navigate through the forest, shouting directions as Max fends off two shadow beasts. Lily summons vines from the earth, trapping another attacker, while Emma casts a protective barrier around them. The creatures retreat, leaving the family shaken but alive. Eldoria warns, "Malgor's forces are hunting you now. There will be no safe place until he is stopped." Scene 8. Training for battle. After the brutal encounter, the family realizes they can't rely on luck anymore. They must become warriors. King Arvin sends them to the hidden Eldorian outpost of Valtoria, where master trainers teach them combat, magic, and survival. Max trains with Thorn, learning advanced sword techniques. He struggles at first, but determination drives him. James works with an old tracker, learning survival skills and battle tactics. Emma studies spellcasting under the ancient mage Sira, while Lily works with Eldoria to master her magical bond with nature. Weeks pass, and the Carters improve in skill and confidence. They become a true team, not just a family surviving together but a formidable force. As they prepare to leave Valtoria, the Oracle's words echo in their minds. Greatness is forged through fire. Scene 9. The Enchanted Forest. Their next destination is the heart of the Enchanted Forest, where the Crystal of Light is hidden. Eldoria, the spirit of the forest, appears as a luminous woman made of leaves and stardust. She offers guidance but warns of a deadly trial. The forest will test your deepest fears and greatest weaknesses. As they press deeper, the forest warps reality. Max finds himself alone, reliving the painful memory of leaving his friends behind on Earth. Lily faces her fear of losing her family, as she's surrounded by shadowy illusions of them fading into darkness. Emma and James are tormented by visions of failure, seeing their children fall in battle. But one by one, they overcome these trials by remembering their love and trust in one another. Finally, they reach the sacred grove, where the Crystal of Light rests upon a pedestal. Its brilliance outshines the twin moons. But before they can celebrate, danger strikes. Scene 10. The Betrayal. Kalen, the rogue guide assigned to help them, reveals his true colors. With a wicked smile, he draws a cursed dagger and seizes the Crystal of Light. His betrayal cuts deep. He had earned their trust during the journey. "I serve only power," Kalen sneers as he summons a portal of swirling darkness. Before they can stop him, he vanishes with the crystal. Despair settles over the Carters. Max punches a tree in frustration, while Lily collapses in tears. James holds Emma close, realizing that everything they fought for could be lost. But Eldoria's voice echoes through the trees. The path is never lost to those with hope. With renewed determination, they vow to retrieve the crystal no matter the cost. Scene 11. Rising from despair. Determined to continue, the Carters seek out the ancient seer Eldoria again. She directs them to the cursed mountains where Malgor's fortress lies hidden. But beware, she warns. Kalen's betrayal is only the beginning. With fresh resolve, the family pushes onward. They face harsh landscapes, from jagged cliffs to freezing winds. Their bond strengthens as they rely on each other more than ever. One night, sitting by a campfire, Max apologizes for blaming himself for losing the crystal. James reassures him. Being a hero isn't about never failing. It's about rising after every fall. Though weary, they press on, knowing the fate of Eldoria, and their way home depends on them. Scene 12. The final battle begins. The cursed mountains loom like jagged teeth against the stormy sky. The Carters reach Malgor's fortress, a colossal castle twisted with dark magic. Thunder rumbles as they sneak through a hidden passage revealed by James's compass. Inside, Max and James face Malgor's elite knights in fierce combat. Sparks fly as Max's flame-forged sword clashes with enchanted steel. Lily and Emma use their magic to disable traps and unlock magical gates deeper inside the fortress. Finally, they reach the inner sanctum, a vast chamber pulsing with dark energy. In its center stands the stolen Crystal of Light, chained and corrupted by Malgor's magic. Before they can act, the dark sorcerer himself appears, cloaked in shadows, his eyes glowing with malicious power. Scene 13. Heart over power. Malgor taunts them, calling them weaklings from a forgotten world. He wields devastating dark magic, forcing the family to fight with every ounce of strength they have. Max duels Malgor in a clash of steel and fire. James leads a tactical strike, using the compass to guide precise attacks. Emma forms protective shields, while Lily uses her amulet to summon powerful nature spirits. But Malgor's power seems limitless. Realizing brute strength won't win, James recalls something the oracle said: true power comes from unity. They form a circle around the corrupted crystal, combining their powers through the bonds of family. Magic surges through them, purging the darkness. The crystal of light flares with pure energy, banishing Malgor's dark magic. Scene 14. The sacrifice. In a desperate final act, Malgor unleashes one last catastrophic spell. James sees the blast coming and throws himself in front of his family, shielding them with all his strength. The crystal absorbs the deadly force but shatters in the process. Malgor's fortress begins to collapse as the dark sorcerer dissolves into nothingness. James collapses, gravely wounded. Emma frantically casts healing spells, while Max and Lily hold back tears. As James's eyes flutter closed, a soft light emerges from the shattered remains of the crystal. Scene 15. Homecoming. The crystal's magic gently restores James, though weakened. A portal of shimmering light opens before them, revealing their home's basement. Eldoria's people bow in gratitude, offering their eternal thanks. "We'll never forget you," whispers Alara as they step into the light. Back home, they find themselves back in the basement, the ancient book now dark and still. Was it all real? As they embrace, Lily notices faint glowing runes still etched on her amulet, and she smiles knowingly. The end.